Hello, everybody. So we are not meeting for writing today because I have another iLearn session that I have to do. So this video is meant to take place of your lesson. All right. So we are talking about sophisticated synonyms. So remember that a synonym is any word that means the same as another word. And by sophisticated, I just mean that you're picking different words for your writing to dress it up a bit. And so we're talking about this today because I always see the same words used over and over again in your writing. So let's look at this very colorful word wheel of adjectives. So all the words that you see here in the center: hard, big, nice, small, easy, bad, good, mean. These are the words that I see used over and over again. So how can we make it to where you're not using the same words all the time? The way we do that is by using sophisticated synonyms. So word wheels can help us do that. Now, all these words are color-coded, so that way it's easy to see the synonyms for different words. All right, so let's just look at big first. So if you look in this blue part here, these are all the words that are synonyms for big: tall, large, wide, giant, fat. And then, so these are a little bit better than big, but this really sophisticated synonyms are the ones that are on the outer part of the wheel. So let's go beyond just large, right? You could also say massive or enormous. So massive and enormous are synonyms for large. Well, what about tall? Towering and lanky. Or what about wide? Far flung or vast, giant, gigantic and colossal, fat, bulky, or plump. So those are all synonyms that are similar to the word big. So instead of using big, you can certainly use these words or even these words if you want to be even fancier. All right, now let's look at nice, this lighter color blue. You could also say kind, helpful, friendly, polite, or charming. But I'm not gonna lie, I see kind used way too much in your writing as well. So instead of saying kind, why not say thoughtful or amiable? Or you could even say some of these other words that you see here in the blue. Okay, so that's how you use this word wheel. What you're going to do on your assignment, I ask you to find synonyms for some of these words that you see here in the center part of the wheel. So your job is to use this wheel to help you find different ways to say these words. Okay, now I do have another word wheel posted for said, because my goodness, we really love to use the word said. So what are other ways that we can use this word? So this word wheel is a little bit different because it helps you be more specific rather than just saying she said, he said, mom said, things like that. Here are other ways that you can say that are a little more specific. So in this part of the wheel, we have stated, answered, asked, yelled, ordered, cried, whispered, worried, cheered, shouted. So these are all more specific. How did your character say this statement? So let's look at just shouted first. So everything in the green on this outer part of the wheel are all synonyms for the word shouted. You could also say scolded, bellowed, barked, roared, ranted, snapped, fumed. Or what about worried? You could say gasped, stammered, gulped, stuttered. Okay, so there is a part of your It's Learning assignment where you do have to come up with different ways to say said. So for that question, you'll be looking at this specific word wheel. So again, these are just there to help you use better words in your writing that make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so for your assignment, you're going to list 5 synonyms, at least 5. If you can come up with more, great. I would love that. For each common word below, we have nice, said, mean, bad, went. Went is not on your word wheel. So, but you can still think of other ways to say that you went somewhere. So, what are different ways that you could go somewhere? Think of it that way. And that is it for writing today. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message on It's Learning.